Real life doesn't buffer. Why should your internet? Get ultra-fast broadband from Big Pipe for just $79.
Hello guys, we are
Radiant
back.
team ban.
Welcome.
Frisbee is here with us, and we are ready to go.
Radiant team ban.
Bands coming out thick and fast.
Booty
at the start.
Hunterz opting not to pick the Invoker themselves this game, instead banning it out. Actually the Earth Spirit being
remaining.
one of the first bans as well. I haven't seen him yet, I don't think, this tournament at all.
5 seconds remaining.
No, it's quite interesting because a lot of people
Reserve time.
neglected to ban him as well. So he slipped through a few drafts, but definitely with this team here, they ban it straight off the top. So maybe Booty Hunterz does have a player of it, or maybe they're just scared of its OP nature.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, even after he was heavily nerfed, he has been picked throughout the Shanghai Major. Oh, there's the Lone Druid. I was expecting them to pick that first because no one banned him, and I think it's the first time no one's banned him in the first set of bans. First time someone's picked him, that is. And OD being another ban. I think Booty Hunterz may have banned him last game as well. Also a very strong hero.
Yeah, I guess the good thing about a Lone Druid pick up first
10
is that
seconds
there are so many
remaining.
heroes that, well, it's a very difficult hero to counter, to be honest.
5 seconds remaining.
It is, and it often forces you to pick heroes that you normally wouldn't pick. And
Reserve
Lone
time.
Druid's, even now, he's pretty hard to predict. He can go in any lane, really. Most commonly in the off lane, but you never know what 4Friends&JCox are going to do this game. But definitely a very versatile hero, and they opt to go for a Lich.
Yeah, I like the Lich. Definitely the bounce with his ulti is pretty good for combating the bear.
Yeah, and it does offer a little bit now in terms of the ice armor. It does slow down the bear a little bit. It's pretty negligible, but I think it definitely makes some difference here, and they could definitely pick a solid hero here. Nice mid. You know, something like a Queen of Pain is actually fairly good against the
10
Lone Druid. You can
seconds
actually
remaining.
blink out of the breach, and makes it
5
pretty hard for him to kill
seconds
you.
remaining. Reserve time.
Also good to pick Queen of Pain against a lineup that doesn't have an Invoker and does not have an OD. No, not a lot of less catch now to actually get the Queen of Pain. And I don't know. I just think Queen of Pain has not been picked at all today, really. But Windrunner's another hero that's kind of good at that.
And
yeah, they just picked the Windrunner.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, I definitely like the Vengeful Spirit pick here. Vengeful Spirit's a lot of the time is always a good pick, and definitely this game. I do definitely support this pick. It does, you know, especially
10
when you've got a Lone
remaining.
Druid and then you've you know, you can definitely help him if he's having some
5
trouble
seconds
being out of position,
remaining.
you know, with a shackle, or you know, even the Frost Blast from the Lich.
Reserve time.
Yeah, well, 4Friends&JCox just picking and banning like almost immediately. They're trying to maybe try play some mind games with Booty Hunterz. They seem real confident in their picks.
Yeah, I think during the lobby stage, 4Friends&JCox were actually sort of talking
Radiant
about
team
how
ban.
you know, them being one of the best teams in New Zealand or something like that. So maybe Booty Hunterz are kind of a little bit afraid of that, and they actually banned the Queen of Pain here. Surprised they
Radiant
didn't.
team
Well, they
pick.
can't pick it themselves now, but interesting to see they didn't go for that, and they actually banned the Zeus as well.
Well, I have actually before this tournament, I have actually heard of some of the players and casted some of the players on JCox before, but on different teams though. So it's interesting to see them together on this lineup.
That is pretty interesting. I don't know how good they are, but we'll definitely let's see what happens this game. Booty Hunterz winning their last game, and
10 seconds remaining.
actually go for a slider.
Radiant team pick.
And the Tusk.
Yeah,
I mean, I am surprised, but I shouldn't be.
yeah, well,
I shouldn't be surprised to see Tusk, but I am.
JCox just seem to like have all the cards here. They seem to know what they're doing and know what they want.
Like, I think this game is definitely, like, on one team, 4Friends&JCox, I can just see the
10
current meta
seconds
just
remaining.
right there in front of me, but Booty Hunterz are going for some interesting heroes here. Slider's fallen
5
off a bit,
seconds remaining.
Lich has fallen off, and Windrunner is very rarely seen now, I think, in
Reserve
you know,
time.
pro games, that is.
Still, I think
So,
Slider
not really
is all
sure.
good against Tusk though, because Tusk just wants to get up and close and personal, and Slider kind of deals well in those situations. And also with the amplified damage, keeping line of sight on the Tusk, line of sight of the Venge is quite useful for team fights as well.
Disruptor!
Oh, definitely. I do
Dire
agree with that,
team
and
pick.
I think that the Slider does actually offer a bit in terms of setup for Windrunner as well. You can definitely get a nice stun off and sort of, allow for a shackle to be landed as well. And actually, Disruptor pick, I don't mind that, to be honest. I don't mind that against the Lone Druid, able to glimpse their bear back, glimpse the hero back, glimpse off the Vengeful Spirit after she swaps. I don't mind it, actually.
And I don't think you can really
10
underestimate
Even
seconds
against Tusk.
the
remaining.
power of focus fire and amplified damage together as well. That does some
5
insane amounts of
seconds
damage.
remaining.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's another way to look at it. It's
Reserve
pretty good,
time.
actually. I do think it's one way to go about it. Definitely, like you said, the Slider actually offers a lot against these particular heroes. The Venge and the Tusk are heroes you need to know where they are. You must know where they are, and the amplified damage is probably one of the better heroes to actually pick at this point. It's interesting to say that as a Slider, but I think it works really well.
Ooh,
Radiant team
have not
ban.
seen a Shadow Fiend yet this tournament, and what do you think about that?
Very interesting. It's a bit unexpected. I don't
I
think
didn't
it's really
expect
that bad as such.
10 seconds remaining.
There's not a lot of heroes available because it looks like Booty Hunters have banned out like
5 seconds
every
remaining.
possible mid hero that's
yeah.
available now. And Viper's not in the pool now.
Reserve time.
SF not going to have too bad of a time against Windrunner mid. It wouldn't be great for him, but I do think I think it's probably it's probably an okay pick here, despite him not being quite as good as these heroes
Radiant
that's banned
team
out.
pick.
And the Darkseer. There's no Oracle yet, actually, is one thing to mention. No ban on Oracle, no pick on Oracle. A little bit surprised, actually. And, this whole time, we did actually see a Batrider today, picked up in one of the games that I could not make. But it's interesting to see him not banned at all, and not picked at all.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
lot of teams
10
just don't seem to like
seconds
running him
remaining.
again, it seems.
definitely Batrider a game-winning hero in my opinion.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it'll work well with something like a Venge, work well with
Reserve time.
like the Tusk and that.
10
So,
seconds
but it doesn't look like
remaining.
we'll go for it this game. The role of the Tusk is most
5
likely that
seconds
position
remaining.
4, and Venge can definitely hard support here. So,
Anti-mage.
actually, an anti-mage.
Dire team pick.
I'm not actually. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty good pick here, really. Good against the Lone Druid in terms of he can get rooted, but he can just blink straight out. Shadow Fiend makes it harder for him to land his Shadow Razors, makes it hard for him to actually catch him out. Tusk and Venge are really the only heroes that can catch out the anti-mage, but
I think what
they are missing something like a Bane.
what the Tusk and Venge are going to be trying to do is put the early game pressure on the safe
10
lane. I think
seconds
anti-mage is
remaining.
quite good at dealing with that with the blinks.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, for sure, and it's anti-mage not particularly great at
Reserve
man
time.
fighting the Spirit Bear until he gets more items. In the later stage of the game, will definitely prove to be quite useful against the Lone Druid, and SF won't be able to deal with him that well.
We did see
last
Suck on
hero
D's.
here,
Suck on D's played a Clockwork game last game I saw, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think I saw that. He did really well, and I think he was just so good in the offlane, and they pick a Beastmaster here. I think that's pretty good. in this situation here. Like, we were speaking earlier about the Spirit Breaker and Beastmaster being a pretty good setup. I think the Beastmaster and the Tusk is also a really good setup as well. You know, Tusk and Venge just work so well together. I think this is definitely a really good combo and gets amplified by the Beastmaster Hawk Vision as well. I really like this Beastmaster pick.
Well, yeah, I think that I quite like it as well, because you'll probably be seeing this Beastmaster building into a Blink Dagger and then just trying to get the Blink Roars on the Anti-Mage to lock him down. And they did need a little bit of AoE control, and the Roar does provide them with that a bit as well, along with add additional push power.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's a pretty solid pick.
So we're into the game now, and I'll take
Prepare
us
for
through the
battle.
Radiant side. On the Anti-Mage, we do have Blue Zero Dota coming off a pretty good Gyrocopter game in that last game. The Black Hammer on Disruptor, Fevers on the Lich, Lighters on the Wind Ranger, and Viston on the Slardar.
Yes, and on the Dire side, we have Enigmatic Soul on Lone Druid. I think we saw him play that earlier today as well. Puppy D's playing the Venge, position 5. We have Shadow Fiend here being played by Iceland, and we have also the Tusk being played by Addison, and last but not least, Beastmaster being played by Suck on D's.
And we do have a
30
nice bear.
seconds to battle.
I'm just going to spec that bear for a bit. Majestic.
That is a very nice bear. I think one of the guys was saying earlier that if you have that bear, you instantly deserve to win.
Command bear. Wait, can I command?
Yeah, there you go.
I can't command as a spectator. It's a shame.
That's unfortunate.
The battle begins.
So we see some damage being
interesting to
taken
see,
over the spot rune. Suck on D's is going to get the rune, but take quite a bit of damage, and so will the Anti-Mage.
Actually, probably going the way of not really an overall victory there. Anti-Mage had to skill. It's interesting that he skilled Blink first. Maybe he was forced to, but I think it wasn't really that bad. They lost 2 boars to the Anti-Mage and the Windrunner.
Well, I think that's an interesting situation, because he's caught between two styles. Then he could have gone for the mana break and then just done a shitload more damage to Beastmaster, but then you don't really want to be caught out and then kill the Beastmaster, and then maybe the boars are slowing you down and you can't escape. So probably really forced into skilling that Blink, I think.
Definitely fair enough.
See quite a few heroes grouped around this mid lane. Lich actually looking to rotate top
Lich
now.
is going to be pressuring the whole time with his sacrifice. We're going to see a lot from this Tusk this game. He's already heading top with his Orb of Venom, and he could look to get a nice shards here. He's only level 1 still, well, as with most heroes, but once he gets that snowball,
He's got a
gonna
crazy
be,
build,
very
eh?
different.
Just Orb of Venom, some branches and some tangos.
Yeah, not a lot of regen. He did actually use a Clarity before, and he's still getting the buff now. So he's going to be very aggressive here. Beastmaster down bottom here. Could go down here. He probably will actually. And it's Mage.
First blood.
Mana Burn doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess that's just a misplay from the Tusk getting a little bit out of position and just not being able to handle that damage.
Yeah, Beastmaster did actually maybe stay a little bit too long on the creep wave there, and need to pay the price.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Slider's going to actually contest this pool here, and might actually get some farm out of this. Lich doing an interesting illusion rune run by in mid, and he getting pretty low here, but a nice shackle from Windrunner.
Oh, that's so came through to save
staving
that.
them off. Oh, nice initiation on Slider up top, but he does have sprint, and he can run away from that.
Yeah, I'll have to drop his stealth from that. Tuskar's still level 1, just
Oh, for
roaming
sure.
between top and middle. Not really getting too much done at this stage.
Yeah, it's definitely not going the way of him this game. He's out of mana again, and doesn't have any clarities. He does have enough for an Ice Charge now, and actually could be going back to base here, just to buy a smoke.
So, as you see on the mid lane...
Beastmaster.
Oh, Beastmaster. Does have a good field if he wants
No,
to.
Blip's available.
It's gonna be too late. Blue Zero is gonna have to right click him down. I don't think it's too much Sucky to do about that. Because he does have...
Oh,
great
look at
guts.
that juke.
Trying to go for the jukes. Does die, but maybe it denies anti-mage that last hit. That's still pretty important, I think.
I think that was well played.
Yeah.
I think Beastmaster played it really well. He was very lucky that Disruptor didn't have Glimpse though at that point, and was very close to level 3 as well. Very aggressive play, and I think it paid off for him.
Well, we do see Windranger pulling ahead of it in the mid lane. 22 CS versus Shadowfiend's 15 CS. That might have happened in the earlier stages when Shadowfiend doesn't quite have those souls up yet.
Oh, for sure, he does actually have very, very small base damage without souls, and he is sitting on 17 souls now, and he does actually have a double damager in his stash, and he also has his break command now, so he's definitely going to be hitting a lot higher than he was. And he should catch up here, actually. In terms of our position ones, though, Syllabear is out, last hitting the anti-mage. And he's actually tying with Windrunner now in terms of losses. And no glimpse,
Black
still on
Hammer,
Disruptor, he needs level 3, and Beastmaster getting another kill.
Tuskar's here this time. Snowball coming through.
Snowball.
Oh! I was just gonna say there should be too much damage here, but Blue Zero Dota turns it around. with the
Such
ultimate.
sorcery
Now
shall
Ashen's on
not
the run.
prevail.
And will
This
be
could be a double kill,
for
actually.
Ashen? Will be.
Double kill!
Dire's middle tower is under
Blaze
attack.
coming out
Oh, that
there.
would have been very good, but it didn't pay off.
And actually on mid lane, Shadowfiend goes down as well in the mugs there. So 3 kills across the board.
I think Anti-Mage probably technically doing better than the Lone Druid now. Even being 7 CS behind, he does actually have 3 kills to his name. He's on a killing spree. Very aggressive play down in bot there. Lone Druid Bear getting pretty low. Lich did get that early point in Ice Armor like we anticipated, just to slow down that bear, and maybe even Ice Armor the creeps every now and again, just to
Dire's middle tower
sort of
is
it's
under
a
attack.
bit of an insult to the Lone Druid there, and just to slow down his CS.
So do you think we'll be seeing the Midas come out on Lone Druid?
Beastmaster again.
Oh, bottom lane. He's gonna have to back out. Or just to say that the Midas does come out on the Lone Druid.
Well, he has got his Midas actually, and he's just used it on the camp there. I think that's definitely the way to go with Lone Druid now. And it was interesting to see a safe lane Lone Druid this game. But he's playing that position 1, and Midas isn't that bad in that role for him, and he'll be able to speed up his radiance for sure. Well, hopefully he doesn't die in lane.
So just to remind everyone at home where we are in this tournament, this is a semi-final of Dinosaur NZ's February Dota 2 tournament. The winning team does get some goodies from PB Tech and some free internet of some sort from the sponsors Bagpipe.
But yeah, just that def in mid with the Lich, pretty standard kill. The Venge and the
Top lane,
Tusk proved
Slaughter
useful
being
again.
tangled up. And should be able to get out of there. Venge's going to come in, but definitely won't be able to get the range of this stuff. And could be the death there. So actually a nice turnaround of 300 gold.
300 gold.
Yeah.
And 300 gold is actually nearly as much as what a hero is worth, so I think that was definitely a good rotation for Winrunner, paying off. 100%.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Here's a question for you, man. If your team wins this tournament and someone gets free internet, who would you give it to? Which member of your team would you give it to? The captain?
Well, I mean, the captain probably, I don't know, depends on, maybe they, I'm not sure, maybe they flip a coin or rock, paper, scissors.
Or maybe it goes to the MVP. Actually, mid lane, this is going to get caught out. The Raw, the Snowball, and the Shadow Rage will finish it off, and that's Cox with the last set on the kill. We do see Slaughter rotating in. This might be
Radiant's
just the
middle
defending
tower
might be
is under attack.
here. Tusk has no mana,
Dire's
so
bottom tower
nothing that
is
Tusk
under
can
attack.
really do too much about that. Actually, Beastmaster wants
Yeah, I
some
think
of
1
it.
point in sprint, actually.
He's going to dive the tower, and Tusk is going to disconnect from the game. So
Well, it looks
suck on
like Tusk
Ds.
might have to deserve this internet package. Looks like when they win the tournament, he'll be the one getting the free internet, I think.
Yeah, totally. But they got to get through this game first, and then they have a best of 3 finals coming up next, starting at around 5 PM, hopefully.
5 PM New Zealand time, which is about
that's right.
2:30 Australian time here for me. If we're in South Australia, that is.
Oh, cool.
Definitely think if Lone Druid can survive in lane and actually, maybe if the Tusk and the Venge can just sort of make things happen anywhere but top lane, giving that Midas full efficiency, Lone Druid should be able to get a quick, definitely a quick Radiance.
Okay, so Suck on Ds is going to look to retreat here. Might be okay. We do have a Crush available. He's just going to clip the edge of it. Fox is going to come in and try to do as much damage and actually turn it to get the kill. I think Sprint was actually active, so just that bit of bonus damage up and just too much damage coming out from the Shadow. Nice little turn there.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's always the risk with the Slaughter and then getting right up to people if he's got his sprint active.
Radiant's
Claws
top
coming in
tower
here.
is under attack.
Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is just pushing
Beastmaster
bottom.
getting. Oh yeah, he's gonna be. They're gonna need to rotate for that. Lone Druid certainly. He's gonna push top tower here. He has got Rabid, and as we know, Rabid is very good when pushing, and Lone Druid's gonna do a lot of damage to this tower. But saying that, Lich is heading top, and probably might even ice armor the tower here. Beastmaster is heading over to his Necro now, and we are seeing that that build is 1 point in Axis here. I think that's fine. Tusk still only level 3, so this obviously is what you get when you have a Tusk that's roaming around. He just falls behind on XP, and if we look at XP per minute here, Tusk is at 90.
Oh no. We see this Anti-Mage sitting at the top of net worth. He's looking to get a pretty good timing on his Battle Fury, I think.
Yeah, he does have the Perseverance. We could even see it. Maybe if he doesn't get contested, he might get it by 12 minutes or 13 minutes even. Something like that is a well-respected time for Battle Fury. But he might even get it quicker than that because he does have 3 kills
Radiant
actually, helping him.
structures are
He does have the 3rd highest CS in the game. Lots of pings mid here, and he will be
Dire's
refilling the
courier
bottle.
has been killed. Radiant's middle
Red
tower
Ranger
is under
getting,
attack.
the courier kill actually there, just diving into the jungle. Cox will look to push mid lane. along with that. So
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, not much I can do about this mid tower. It's going to fall straight here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Shadowfiend's got a lot of items in his stash. He's got his Ring of Aquila finished up, and yeah, you should certainly think about using that courier soon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Interesting situation with the Beast Monster Slider there, just pinging each other out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage
bottom
taking that tower, only
has
one
fallen.
rotation from Tusk, and Tusk
Radiant's
could be in a little
top
bit of trouble
tower
here.
is under attack.
they don't seem to be too interested in stopping this anti-mage farming as well.
No, that Battle Fury is certainly going to be a lot quicker now that he got that tower, and he does have the Claymore in his stash. Shadowfiend just farming a nice camp here. I think that was a good stack. I don't know how many times it was stacked, but
2 or 3.
it's definitely going to help him come back. He's actually got the highest CS now, thanks to that.
There's another splitter stack here as well. There's going to be some great gold from Shadowfiend. But at the same time, there is a big stack in the Radiant jungle, so once that Battle Fury comes online for anti-mage, you will be able to clear that out too.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, for sure. And they actually might even catch out Andy's Arcana, which is the name of the hawk there for Beastmaster, giving away some gold. Definitely looking to finish that Necro book ASAP.
Invisibility.
In bottom might look to scout something out here. Don't know if he's going to find too much.
Oh, Hinders are in. Pretty good at rune to get on Lich as well. He does move very fast, and might be a little bit out of position though in terms of ganking this Shadowfiend. But yeah, only 2 heroes here.
As we do see the Battle Fury
Actually, could
brought
be a
up on
smoke coming out.
anti-mage. 12.5 minutes for Battle Fury.
12.5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty good timing.
That's not too bad at all. And saying that, there is a smoke though that could maybe get this bounty on this this gold bounty on this anti-mage.
Seen him as well. He's low. He's got blink, but
He blinks away, but a predictable blink. They knew he was going to blink that way, and they get 389 gold. Not worth too much, but definitely paid off and got his Necro. He's finished that Necro book now, and they could even get the Disruptor.
Dire's top tower
This
is
one.
under attack.
Fox is going to come in with the raid. This is the first one completely, but the taken out.
Fortune favors vengeance.
Yeah, that was good play by the Beastmaster. I like how he initiated with
Radiant's
Raw
middle
because
tower is under
the
attack.
cast range is massive, and he could easily have gotten glimpsed.
And they're in such good
well played by
as
him.
well.
Tower is
So
under
they can
attack.
take the tower straight away. from
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, and I don't know, it
Radiant's
looks like they're not going to do
middle
much. They
tower
might
is
even
under
trade
attack.
this tier 1 up top for it.
them. Yeah, they will have to.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, Lone Druid
Dire's
gets the
top
deny as
tower
well.
has been denied.
That was pretty well played. Enigmatic Soul.
That's a pretty important deny. He's definitely well on his way to that Radiance though. He'll need that very soon though, because actually no, well his team is definitely ahead here in terms of the map now. He has a lot more space, and his team has rotated up here, and they might even take this tier 1.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Necro book online now. And,
Radiant's
drafted
top
him with
tower
the
has
timing.
fallen.
Exactly, and
Dire's
they're
middle
going to keep
tower
pushing.
is under attack.
The Disruptor did actually ping out the smoke earlier, but he hasn't actually used it now. And they're not going to be able to stop this. This is
No.
2 towers in a row.
Well, level 4 Rabbit online, guys.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, definitely, and Beastmaster actually initiating
Hits on
Dire's
2.
middle tower is under attack.
Disruptor's going to turn around. Oh, and so is Lich. Except they haven't seen it yet, so it'll be a little bit delayed. These guys will eventually fall. Anderson on the task of looking to run away. One more right click for Fevers. Will
Double
hit,
kill!
will mean a double kill for Fevers. So maybe a little bit overthinking for most who are a little bit eager with the raw.
The
and,
mid lane here though.
Oh, mid lane. Cox wraps around, takes out Anti-Mage. Light is now on the run. Oh, nice work there from the lone druid who might get that through. And
Mega kill! Double kill!
so how did Anti-Mage get caught out at the start of that?
Oh well, there was just so many heroes there, and I'm not really sure. I kind of got there just before you did, but I assume it was a combination of Avenged Stun, a Savage Roar, and just SF Shadow Razors. Just so much damage, so much lockdown. But like we were talking about, not only does the lone druid benefit so much, but the Beastmaster buffs him up. So the Rabid plus Inner Beast attack speed, along with the Necro creeps. This is really, actually a very, very underrated and deadly combination of push, I think.
Yeah,
not always thought about in terms of inner vitality, but inner beast, that is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Oh yeah,
are
of course,
fortified.
and they're gonna get enough tower here.
I mean, and the Vendraw on top of that as well. It's only level 1, but it's still making a difference.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, for sure, and obviously the Wave of Terror making it, just clearing out the creeps just that little bit faster. And like all times this tournament, we've seen these type of lineups really pay off, these early game pushes, early game aggression, and it's not surprising this game at all that it's also paid off. And the team that's sort of got that late game with the Disruptor and the Anti-Mage kind of in a little bit of trouble. And have lost all of their towers, nearly all of them, besides the tier 3s.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They will lose the Slaughter of Booty Hunterz, and the Spirit Barrier will go down as well, actually. So
Dire's
they do
middle
get something in
tower is
return.
under attack.
Edison's walking around with about half health. Ruby looks back, but way off to the side, and the Booty Field is going to move.
Double kill!
Back in, and Disrupt is going to
The vent swap.
back in the middle, and the Light is going to be taken down by the Raid. Sucking stretch forward, and Phoenix is going to have to run away.
Radiant's
Great,
bottom
nobody can
tower
fight
has
with them.
fallen.
Anti-Mage
It look
is
like,
split pushing
actually I
the
think
best
Lich
they can.
might go down here, as soon as they have Snowball, they're going to go on him.
Oh, got caught
Won't
out
even
by
need
one
it.
of the guards as well, and
Double kill!
buyback from the Wind Ranger forced out already.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That Force Slow really is
Radiant
strong at level 4, and that's the reason why Lich died. Nice Shackle though.
Dire's
Spirit Bear.
top
If the
tower
Spirit Bear
is
goes
under
down here, that's
attack.
pretty big. Doesn't have another resummon for 75 seconds,
And
and
he
it
will
does
go
go
back.
down.
Actually, it does go down.
Addison caught out the back row as well by his Slaughter. Wind Ranger. He'll go down.
Peace out!
It was a very nice Shackle there. It's unfortunate that for the Windrunner, she didn't get the last hit on the bear, so the 300 gold is not gained by her, and she did buy back, so I think she bought back. Did she buy back?
Yeah, she did.
I think she may have.
We have 2 levels of Necro book recipes for Beastmasters looking good as well.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for him. All these towers have been paying off, and he's got so much gold here to be spending on these recipes. And on top of that, the Lone Druid has got his recipe, Radiance recipe. I think, yeah, definitely losing his bear a few times this game definitely set him back on that Radiance.
Well, it's like the last 5 minutes that James Cox and friends has just barreled down every single lane and taken out all the towers, and I think soon they'll probably look to Roshan and go high ground.
Oh, I think they can definitely do that. They have a lot of good pick-up potential as well, which will definitely secure them a high ground push. They really need to make use of that. And they have been this game, which is
And
really
we
good
have the Radiance now online for Low Druid as well.
There it is. Okay, so 19 minutes. This is looking good for him, and he's moving pretty fast as well with Rabid. So he's going to be he's very deadly for sure. Very deadly. Anti-Mage does have his Vlads now, and he's probably going to want to get that Manta ASAP. Assuming that's what he's going for. Most likely the build here.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to split
There's
push.
smoke from Tusk.
Anti-Mage is just trying to split push as much as it can, but it does not really doing enough work against the pushing potential at the moment.
No, it'll definitely slow the game up a bit, and this is what Anti-Mage is really good at. He's definitely one of those heroes who can come back from a deficit. But the deficit's pretty big at the moment. He has got the highest last hits, but that's expected. If we look at net worth here, though, and Shadow Fiend and Lone Druid ahead of him, so it's a bit of an illusion. And Roshan's not going to last long at all with a medallion, of course.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
At this point of the game, that is.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they made a good decision on giving that to SF. So they'll definitely be out of pressure now, and they might even be able to get something done mid. So these guys don't get out of there quickly.
Oh, blink away just in time to cancel the Savage Roar cast animation from Liston.
Oh, that was very risky play. That could have been an easy
Dire's
roar for the
top
Beastmaster.
tower
Very
is
risky
under
play by
attack.
Slider, but he get out of there, which is good for him.
Yeah, I think what
He wants that bear.
Cox they're going to try to do is, you know, just push out all the lanes first before they look to go high ground, or else Anti-Mage is just going to keep splitting. But Fevers is actually caught out a little bit here.
Lone Druid. Oh, this Lone Druid bear is just screwing it up so much, but Lich, oh, he's not in a good spot.
Oh, the plays. He's out of there.
Well played by him. Floor stuff making a big difference, and getting out of vision, I think.
Now Liston's going to have to use a sprint to get away. Tangling around the trees here. The rest of the Dire Slider actually smoked up. I'm going to try and fight this one. After chance to come through it will be just short. Maybe swap opportunity, but Puppy D's decided not to chase that one up.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah,
a level
suck on
1 swap
these.
at this point as well. The Hawk providing a lot of information here. Level 3 Necros just de-warding as well.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of teams seem to forget, but I think it's a really strong part of the item.
Radiant's
let's go
middle
high
tower
ground.
is
Yeah,
under
sure.
attack.
Now, what does Booty Hunterz have to defend against this? It's going to be quite difficult, I'm going to say. Cox turning out, slashing
Radiant's
down the
middle
Black Hammer,
tower
doing
has
so
fallen.
much damage with the penalty range there. Power Shot's going to try and sell something. Team Zero doing what he can. These Raxes are almost up there.
Radiant structures are
The shot
fortified.
comes
Chain
out,
cross.
bouncing back and forth, but it actually ends up stopping there. Cox is dropping low, he's going to fall back. Shot to Ace. Blue Zero knows dropping low. Ace is going to get out just in time. Black Hammer going to burning Edison back. But the ball comes out onto the ledge and Lich is going to drop.
Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's
Going
middle
to go down. In
barracks
fact,
has
Edison
fallen.
looking low. The focus fire will take focus fire from the Wind Ranger will pop him. And I think they're going to disengage now. No more ages, but got the mid-racks.
Oh, an excellent trade for them, and there was nothing they could do against that. The Chain Frost was a little bit anticlimactic at that point. Maybe being used a little bit prematurely, but it was just pretty difficult to defend against that. And Lone Druid, of course, sitting far back while this bear does all the work. It's so difficult to fight against Lone Druid, and it's no surprise he's actually banned out all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
He was first pick here as well, I think. Shadowfiend, look at the build into some damage here. Probably the MKB, just for the Windrunner, I think. Pretty solid item. And down bottom, Slider, being pinged. Actually finds the Hawk, 60 gold for him. But they're pinging out to defend this bottom tower, these bottom racks, which are definitely something that Dire have their eyes on.
Tusk have mech before? I think he might have.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a fairly recent on it. And you can look at reads as well.
Tower
On
has
bottom,
fallen.
Cox
Dire's top tower
back.
has
Actually,
fallen.
Shackle Shot catches on the bear, but no one else as well. What a movie rack is going to be down. Here comes
Radiant's
the
bottom
coming
tower
through, but it's not going
has
to do
fallen.
anything.
Chain Frost.
And Black Hammer's going to drop straight away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Double kill!
Radiant's
Wind
bottom has fallen.
Ranger, and we'll see what she can do about this. They're not going to go top right. They're going to look straight and I think this is pretty much it for the side of Booty Hunterz.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are
Oh
under
my
attack.
god, I can't. It's just this sort of lineup is so deadly.
So
And,
this thing's got to go
Slaughter.
down as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
The Centurion.
And GG is
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
4Friends.
Dire's victory.
This game, I'm Mrs. Frisbee. And Smoko, what did you feel about that?
Well, about that, I think this is interesting advertising in the chat there. I think this sort of lineup has been very successful today, and I'm not surprised. The Beastmaster pick, I reckon Beastmaster this tournament has had one of the highest win rates of all the heroes being picked. Every time you see Beastmaster, you see lots of early aggression, lots of kills, and it synergized really well with their hero picks. I think the Venge pick made a lot of difference as well, and I'm not surprised. I think this is a great drafting by them, and took advantage against the weakness of Booty Hunterz.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, that was the semi-final, best of one it was, so we will be seeing James Cox again in the final, and yeah, that might be at about 5 PM. Cool.
Oh well, I think we have more games coming up very soon though.
Okay.
So I think so. Anyway, yeah,
Sweet.
good game everyone, and see you next time.
Yeah, stick around.